All right, what's up, guys? So we got a little bit of news happening in Rams land. Obviously, as y'all know, we got our ring, so that was pretty cool. But now 2022 is about to get started. Training camps right around the corner, and we got a little bit of news regarding that. And unfortunately, the Rams placed Jalen Ramsey, three others on the PUP list to begin camp. Okay, Okay, well, let's go ahead and figure out what's going on here. The LA Rams will be without four players when training camp starts this weekend. This weekend is when it starts. The team announced on Friday that Jalen Ramsey, Travian Howard, Quinton Lake, and Kyrene Williams are all on the PUP list, which is, as y'all know or may not know, stands for physically unable to perform, meaning obviously they will not be able to practice. Doesn't mean they're going to miss time during the regular season. It simply means they cannot practice right away now due to injury, but they can come off the list at any point when they are healthy. Ramsey underwent surgery on his shoulder after playing last season with two AC joint sprains. Y'all remember that? Apparently, Ramsey had played with some injuries, and he went himself and got the surgery, and he is still recovering from said surgery. Uh, Kyrene Williams, someone I'm very excited to see. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He unfortunately broke his foot during OTAs, which is incredibly unfortunate. Foot injuries are no joke. I've had my fair share of those, and they tend to nag a little bit. So I am going to be curious to see how he recovers and how it will affect his play. I think he'll be okay, but it's just a little unfortunate. And Travian Howard, as y'all know, the man who effectively is going to be our number three linebacker behind Bobby Wagner and Ernest Jones, pulled his groin while training this summer. That is also quite unpleasant to have, let me tell you. Lake's injury is unclear, but hopefully it's nothing significant. Okay, so Quentin Lake has an injury, but we don't really know what's going on there. McVay said this pretty much. Jalen Ramsey, Travian Howard, Quentin Lake, and Kyrene Williams will go on the PUP list. So yeah, that's just the news there. Nothing to be too concerned about as of yet. We knew about Jalen Ramsey. I think Jalen had his surgery a little late, and he's going to miss a little bit of time in camp. And my whole thing on that is, Jalen, as long as he stayed in shape, as long as he knows his assignments, then and he comes in and he doesn't skip a beat, I'm fine with it. Go recover for sure. He can miss time. All right. Travian Howard, I'm kind of concerned about. He has a groin injury and don't really know how long that's going to take, and he may need surgery. But that is a little bit of concern. So there's really no timetable to how long he could possibly be out. But we're kind of in a wait and see mode. And our rookies, Quentin Lake, we don't even know what's going on with him. They're kind of keeping that quiet. Generally not a good sign, to be honest with you. So, kind of just brace yourselves for maybe something bad. Hopefully it's not. I could be wrong. I don't know. But this has only been since Friday, so maybe they'll give us an update sometime right before camp starts, or maybe after the first practice when Sean talks to the media. But generally, I've found that if they haven't been saying anything, it's usually because they might be getting a second opinion, or need to do extensive tests. And if they have to do any of those things, it's generally not good news. So we shall see what's going on with him there. Um, and Kyrie Williams, broken foot, like I was just talking about. Unfortunate. Uh, Foot injuries suck, but he can recover. He seems like a real tough guy. So, hopefully he'll get some practice time in um, before the season starts. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate whenever rookies get injured because they're unable to get that much needed practice time to kind of get used to the speed of the game, learn their assignments, their playbooks if you're on offense, and building chemistry with teammates. So that is what's going on there. We shall see, but it's nothing to be too concerned about as of yet. But it is certainly something to keep our eye on. And we're going to go ahead and end this video really quick by showing that the Rams have brought back quarterback Luis Perez. Look at that. They brought back a familiar face for the start of training camp. Luis Perez, who was with the Rams in 2018, if y'all remember. There was some small hype about him. I never, he was fine. He was released from the practice squad that September, and he's bounced around since. He's been to the AAF before the season was suspended. Back in 2020, and then landed with the Eagles and Lions in 2019. He then played for the XFL for 1 year in 2020 and had an opportunity in the USFL this year with the Generals, New Jersey Generals. He'll be unlikely to make the Rams roster with John Wolford and Bryce Perkins backing up Matthew Stafford. Yep, I think all three of them guys will make the team. And maybe he gets some practice time in Sean's offense, and that maybe he gets some good practice time, and maybe he finds himself in a situation where he maybe makes himself look good in the preseason games, because he'll probably be playing the later parts of the game, like the third, fourth quarter, because he's the fourth string quarterback. Because he's not going to make the team. If he makes the team, I will be very, very surprised. All right, Matthew Stafford he's the starter, obviously. John Wolford is backup number one. He's second string. I don't think there's any question there. Bryce showed a lot of promise, and the Rams went ahead and did something they normally don't do last year, which is keep three quarterbacks on the roster. They did that because of how well Bryce Perkins performed in the preseason last year. So if they kept him last year, unless there's some sort of heavy regression, I feel like Bryce Perkins is going to make the roster this year, which kind of leaves Luis Perez SOL, unfortunately, unless he comes in like a bat out of hell and he's like the next Kurt Warner or something, which not to be disrespectful, Luis, but I just don't think that's going to happen. So best case scenario for him, pay attention in camp, Luis, if you're listening, pay attention in camp, learn your playbook, build kind of build a rapport with the teammates that you do have for those couple of weeks, and hopefully you can catch the eyes of another team in the NFL who's maybe looking for like a backup quarterback, to get on the roster, a good viable backup option, and maybe you get yourself signed. And let me tell you, you just gotta get your foot in the door. If you get signed and you're on the roster of a team somewhere, who knows what could happen? Look what happened with Kurt Warner. Trent Green goes down. It's Kurt Warner's team for the entire season, and he wins the Super Bowl. So you got to get your foot in the door, and anything can happen. So good to see Luis Perez. We'll see how he does in the preseason games, and hopefully he can, get himself, kind of build himself some value, some market value for himself before for this upcoming season. So that's gonna be it for now, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one, and as always, the 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 defending Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams begin their season soon. Go Rams.